this is FFAN16 and happy Halloween. Welcome to my Halloween special. Today's going to be a bit of a treat. I am going to be discussing my favorite kind of spooky psychodrama, psychoanalytical type games. I'm not much for horror games. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, although excellent games of their genre, really scare the shiznit out of me. So I tend to not play them for very long if I do try to play them, and then I just get creeped right out. But there are some horror, psychodrama type games that really draw me in, and I'm gonna go through my top 4 in no particular order. Games classic to mostly just classic, actually. There has been new releases of some of them, but you guys, if you don't know what these are, I hope you can check them out, and I hope you enjoy this spooktacular time with me this Halloween. Let's get started. The first game I want to discuss is a Parasite Eve. Sorry for the green screen, it's going to take some of that away. Parasite is a PlayStation 1 classic released by Square Enix. You're in a another dimensional version of New York, and you're this cop. You're going to an opera. The singer there then lights everybody on fire by her voice, but what you don't know is there is a parasite or a virus that has hit the air, and everyone is infected by this. Now there's 2 to 3 outcomes. A, you can combust and burn into flames, or B, you turn into some sort a ghoul, monster, or fiend. But the protagonist, she has an immunity to the disease, so you have to stop this evil entity from taking over the world and infecting everybody or burning them alive. And this one, guys, is a PlayStation classic. If you like psycho horrors, like me, I don't do well with horrors, but this one here can keep you going. It's got some third-person shooter aspect, but the storyline is classic Square. Actually, Square Soft, I'm sorry. Classic Square Soft, now known as Square Enix, therefore the hiccup. But it definitely a pickup for the collection for anyone who likes Resident Evil, Silent Hill. This is kind of like been modeled off of those games. Show you some gameplay here. We will be covering this on my Halloween stream, but some juicy pixelation. I hope this game does get a remaster or a remake at some point. There is Parasite Eve 2 and Anniversary. I've only personally played mostly Parasite Eve 1. Excellent game to get into the genre. If you're looking for a classic, that is the way to go. Next, another classic from the PS2 days, something that is lost to the archive of time. I have not seen these games spoken of or really re-released or anything, and to me, they are the pinnacle of psychoanalytical horror, and those are the Shadow Heart series. Now, mostly Shadow Hearts 1. This one's rated M. It is developed by Midway. You are in another dimensional version of the world, starting out, I believe, in Tokyo, making your way to London. You are a shapeshifter. You can take in forms of demons to fight. You meet people along the way who join your party, one of them being a healer and your main baddie guy right in the shadows there. He's after the chick you're holding. Do not let your kids play this one. There is some suggested material, a lot of adult content, and oh, is it juicy. Definitely got a unique battle system. It uses a ring-based battle system, and you have to hit within a certain parameter to get either a good hit or a perfect hit. If you fail to do the ring correctly, you may not even hit at all. It does take some concentration and thought. It's very linear, but definitely a classic all on its own. And it did spin 2 spin-offs, 1 direct sequel, and 1 more child-friendly triquel. Third one, the third one really doesn't tie too much into the lore of the first 2. The first 2 are heavily tied into each other. This one has reminiscence, and actually Yuri is in the second one. This chick here story, oh my goodness, when that gets revealed, it is amazing. You do not guess. I'm like, yes. You do not guess who this chick really is. That ties so much into the first game. Creepy, blood, shape-shifting, grossness to the nines. The monsters in this one are things of nightmares, and it's great. You have to be strategic. You have to think. You have to make sure you have the right party for the right mechanics for the bosses. This is definitely a good classic to pick up if you can find the Shadowheart series and you like gothic horror psycho kind of. You got to think your way through, and if you don't, you're definitely dead. These are the games for you. More 1 and 2 than 3. If you want a little bit of a softer introduction that you don't need to know the 2 other storylines for, go with Shadowhearts from a New World. It is its own standalone story, but with similar mechanics and definitely the same battle system. So the next one I want to discuss that I still have in my collection, the last one I want to discuss I do not have in my collection, and I really want to get it. It's something I played a very long time ago, but it's definitely stuck in the brain for both scary as hell and damn, I want to play it again. But this one here is, to me, the best first-person shooter series that I like to play. The Bioshock series. Bum, bum, bum. Big shocker with me. Bioshock, to me, was my first real introductory and love of first-person shooters. Before that, I didn't like it, and then I met a friend, and she's like, you have to play Bioshock. And I'm like, I don't play those creepy games. Even on Halloween, I tend not to, but we are going to. They're just not for me. I went over to her house. She was playing some Bioshock. I was sitting there like, oh my god, I need this game. So she let me borrow it, and from then on in, I've been in love with Bioshock. The story can be weak, but the atmosphere of Rapture, the moral judgments you have to do with the little sisters and the splicers made me jump more than once. I remember this one scene. I'm in the hospital-like ward. I have to get a plasma that's on a table over there. I go to grab the plasma. A big fog descends. I know the shiznit's gonna get real. I did not want to turn around. I knew something was behind me. Yeah. It was a splicer, and your bitch, your bottom dollar, I screamed like a little schoolgirl. That, to me, is perfect horror, and that was in Bioshock 1. Bioshock 2 was a bit weaker, but you got to play as a big daddy, and you got to see the other side of Rapture, what the big daddies went through, what the little sisters, learning a little bit more about the little sisters than you ever did before, and again, some moral decisions that you needed to be there. The bad guys were good. The end boss in the first one was a little weak by then, but it's about the story, but it's definitely more about the gameplay. They did enhance the hacking ability a lot more in Bioshock 2 than Bioshock 1. You had more than one option in this one than that one. And then you got Bioshock Infinite. This one plays up in Colombia. You have to go up and save a young lady, and you learn about this island in the sky, or several islands, and it ties at the end back to Rapture. And to me, this is the strongest one out of the 3. The story is stronger, the characters are stronger, and they bring back more weapons you can use. You got a great arsenal in Bioshock 1, a crappy arsenal in Bioshock 2, and then you got some new weapons in Bioshock 3. And then the end of this one tied it up in a lovely bow. You have gore, you have creepiness, you have political injustice, and then you guys, there's more than just your jump scares, your third person, first person shooters when it comes to Halloween games or any kind of horror type genre games. They may not be for you, like they're definitely not my forte, but these ones have caught me. The one I really want to discuss that is not a part of my collection, and I'll put an image of it up right here, is Clock Tower 3 for the PlayStation 2. This game has no real fighting mechanics. It's a flight and survive, not fight. Well, I guess you could kind of fight back a little bit, but more of a struggle mechanic to get away. Basically, when you're caught, you're dead. Like, you do not want to get caught. the creepiest thing is when you're running away from the axe guy and you hear the dude breathing and the music gets more and more intense as he nears you, and you just want to find that closet to jump into, and if he even sees an essence of you go into that closet, you're dead. There's an objective you have to get to, and if you don't, you're trying to find out what went wrong. And it's been a very long time since I played Clock Tower 3, so the premise of the game's a little bit raw with me, but it definitely, the creep factor, the oh my god, what do I do now, how do I survive, that has stuck with me with that game. That makes a great game. That makes you want to go and like, hey, I got to get that back into my collection. And if you guys are looking for any kind of games to play that will give you a bit of a jolt but not scare the whole bejesus out of you, these are my selections that I would suggest for you. I personally love each and every one of them. They mean something special to me, and they are my Halloween picks for you as well. And I will also be playing Parasite Eve just for fun tomorrow night on my Halloween stream, and I'll be dressed up in my costume. Hey, please come and watch. I'm over on Twitch for that live, or I may post snippets of it here on my YouTube channel, but normally with those I do not. So please come catch me live. My link is down below for my Twitch channel. Tell me guys, what's your favorite horror, psycho, analytical type games that you like to play, not only at Halloween but throughout the year? I know there are some pretty scary and gruesome ones, but there's also ones that make you think and survive, and those ones I really love. Please leave me a comment down below, as I would like to know what you guys are interested in for creepy games. Have an excellent and fun and safe Halloween, guys, and don't scare all the ghouls and ghosts away. They need their candy as well. Alright guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like below, subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content. Hit that notification bell so you know when a new video becomes live. And as always, guys, happy gaming and happy Halloween!